Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Air Hauler 2 with me, Herd 37. So I'm back home, and I was looking for some flights, and we were down here in Huntington. We need to do some short flights that would help, because we got to get that rating up so we can get into a new plane, because I definitely want to get into a new plane. And I was looking around. The only really flight around here that was going to pay any good and had any length was actually in the wrong place, because it goes down here to 6A4 from Huntington. And I was looking up here, and there's so many jobs. Like, here's a short one I've already accepted. Here's another short one that we can do. And then I want to kind of come over here to Columbus and finish up. Maybe even do this one here. I mean, that's like, what, 1, 2, 3, up to 4 flights. And, we need to get as many done as possible, because it's not really about money, even though some of these do pay good. It's about getting the flights done so we can get that rating up, and so we can get out of this plane, because we've been in this 172 forever. And I found this one, this I-17 to I-62. We're going to take 458 pounds of tools. It's only 19 miles. It's extremely short, even though I did have to spend my time getting up here. But it's such a short flight, we had to do it. Plus, it pays good for 19 miles and make $5,200. I'll take that. Okay, so what we're going to do here on I-17 Piqua Hartselle over to Brookville. And we're going to take off on runway 26. That's a heading of 261. We're into some smaller airports now. Not grass yet, I don't think. As you can see, the wind is basically a crosswind, so we're just going to take off on runway 26 there. And it's basically the same here. You can see the wind coming in from the southeast, barely. So it's another straight in. I kind of found that kind of odd. Maybe it's... See how it's actually like... have that long thing from the runway over to the buildings, which is kind of crazy. It's on FlightSim Commander. I don't know how it look in FSX, because in real life that's like how it actually is. There's the runway and that long taxiway over to those buildings. As you can see, there's no procedures or anything. We will come in on land on runway 27. That's a heading of 272, and the elevation is about 1,037 feet. At least that's what FlightSim Commander goes by, and usually that's pretty close to what FSX will say, obviously. So 458 pounds of tools. I just had to unload a bunch of fuel. It really, when I took off with some fuel, and it came back, it said like I had like 100 pounds, which was way too much fuel. So I had to offload some. Actually, yeah, we do want to fly now. I'm so used to doing it in a different way. All right, 458 pounds of tools. I put 8 gallons. Moved it down to 8 gallons because it's 77 miles. We only need 19, so we'll have more than enough fuel. VFR. We don't have to go very high at all. I'll put it to, like, coming to the south, like, I'll put 4,500. We probably won't obviously go up to 4,500. There's no reason to. I'll just put that. We'll go for 2:40 p.m. That's fine. Last position. Alright, let's go ahead and move on over to the plane. Alright, everybody, here we are at the plane over at I-17. A small little airfield. It does have a good little runway, though. It's not a little grass runway. It even looks like a pretty good length. Let's jump over into the plane. I can't tell. It didn't seem like this came started up, so we might have to actually prime it and everything. So we can do that. Throttle, open about 1/4 of an inch. I'll put it right about there. Idle cutoff. For the mixture, prop area is clear. Master switch can come on. Turn on our beacon. Now I'm going to try and start it without priming it, because I couldn't tell. I didn't have my headphones on, actually. But it didn't look like it. Give her just a little bit of fuel here. See what she does. Yeah, I think we're going to have to prime it. Alright. 1/4 of an inch. That can cut off. Turn on the fuel pump. Alright, we've got fuel flow. Cut that off. Fuel pump goes off. Give it a little bit of mixture here. See if it'll go. Alright, there we go. Move this back out to about 40 or so. Alright. So we've got her going. Oil pressure is checked. It's in the green. The temperature is already up in the green. Navigation lights Go ahead and turn those on. Electrical system, we'll check that out. Master switch comes off. Taxi and landing come on. Reduce this to idle. And on. She sounds like she's about to shut off there. You can see you got the voltage warning. The annunciator panel. Alright, smooth this up to 1500. By the way, I'm going to give it just a little more fuel here. She doesn't go clanking like crazy. A little too much here. We're up 1500. See the ammeter to go up. The annunciator panel. The voltage warning has gone off. So move this back down. I'm going to pull this out a little bit as well. Back to about 40. And the taxi and landing lights can go back off. We'll go ahead and turn the pitot heat on. And we'll turn the avionics master switch on. Wait, did that go off? Yeah, on. Put that in GPS. Turn everything on. Put that in standby. This on over here as well. Flaps are retracted. Actually, go back to my throttle a little bit. Alright, that's all with this. Terre Haute Radio, really? This IFR clearance? I've never heard Terre Haute Radio.
774 Hotel, IFR to India, Sex 2, ready to copy.
I've never heard of that. It sucks that we have to listen to them. I'll go ahead and set my heading, although I think it's the same. Already had in 161. No, it's 26. I'll read it back. 261. I think we got 262. Yeah, 4,500, but like I said, it's 19 miles. We're not going to go up to 4,500 feet. That would be ridiculous. Might go to like maybe 3,000 feet. The airport elevation is like 1,000, so we could do that. Select a runway for takeoff. We're going like it's like 26. Now it's our taxi to it. Put this back. Well, they're gonna probably mess with my this here in a second. So I think we have to take off before we can actually tell them. Or switch over to VFR. Which is the quickest way. We can actually probably get on the runway right there and take off this way. Yes, I have people in there. For the weights, I set the fuel, obviously. Start taxing. Turn that tax on. I'm going to put this to 50. I wonder if that's why we hear a lot of that clanking sometimes, because I have the mixture so low. You hear the clanking of the engines. After I landed on the last flight, I checked the condition of the plane in here as well. It said the brakes were worn, both right and left. It's an easy on the brakes. Both were worn, so I swapped those out. Of course, that doesn't cost us any money because it's just A to A. It doesn't have anything to do with air hauler. We have a check coming up, our B check. It's an air hauler 2. It's going to cost us like $900 or some dollars, which isn't bad. Can afford that. All right. I'm gonna look at something. Just make sure. Because I think if you go down any, yeah, you got to go all the way down here. It's that far, but you can probably take off right here. It's a little short, but we should be able to do it. Adventurous like to take the risk. Alright, let's do our before takeoff checklist. Parking brake is coming on. Seats and all that. Let's check the controls. 3 incorrect. Good. Rudder pedals. Everything is good. Flight instruments check and set. We've got our heading and everything set. Let's see, fuel quantity. 4 and 4. That's correct. Mixture, full rich. Fuel selector valve is in both. Let's get rid of this and then throttle up to 1800 RPM. About at 1800 right there. Should be good. Magnetos, we'll check that. It's right for the left. Alright, for the right. That in both. Vacuum gauge. We are in the green. Ammeter. In the green. So pull that back. Alright, annunciator panel. Nothing is, no problems except for low fuel, obviously. Throttle needs to be 1,000 or less, really. Strobe lights. We've got our headphones on, by the way, if you can tell. Strobe and landing lights. We'll go ahead and turn those on. The radios, avionics are set. I'll put this at 3,000, actually. But it's 2,000 above. Nav GPS, we're on GPS. Autopilot is off. Elevator trim is set for takeoff. Get the flap set to 10. So tell everyone we're taking off. Where are we going, actually? I didn't get this. We're going up basically to the south, mainly. This is what, southwest or whatever? Say south?
India 17 traffic. Cessna November 7.
We should have been up here when we did it.
Hotel.
We're
Taking
actually
off
in a taxi
runway
right here.
26. Departure to the south.
Alright, parking brake is off. So I was checking out the runway, which run, or if we should go down there, and I just ended up stopping here. That's alright. Let's get down our seat a little bit. There's nobody coming. We've already got our lights on. Get that out of here. We've already checked for people on the runway. We're good. Alright, let's go ahead and get on out of here. Boost the power. The thing I like about the little Cessna is she can get up in a hurry. $60 knots. Rotate. Straighten it out here for a second before we head left. I'm trying to get that trim set. I'm gonna go ahead and retract the flaps. Push it a little bit better with the trim. Should be a short flight. I should have checked that GPS to say. Well, I guess we couldn't do it on the ground. Check to see how far, how long this flight's gonna be. It's only 19 miles. I need to get my hand free here for a second. So we need to check this card. Alright, runway is 27. So it's a heading of 272. Let's get all these people off of here real quick.
Dayton departure. Cessna November 7274 Hotel is at 1,800. Climbing 4,500. Cessna November 7274 Hotel Dayton.
See, they're gonna hand us off probably, and then we gotta talk to these people. I talk to everybody. See?
Traffic 6 o'clock, 4 miles at 4,000, 1,900. Report to the site. Cessna 74 Hotel, you are 18 miles north. Turn left heading.
What I'm gonna do is hit this nav, set that
runway 27, approach
700.
7378. Traffic is 9 o'clock, 4 miles at 2,300. Cessna Skyhawk, report to the site. Turn left heading 12.
I need to get this off of here. I'm trying not to talk to them. I actually need to have that on.
Runway
I
27.
keep forgetting
Approach.
that.
Cessna 74 Hotel. Dayton.
There we go.
Cessna 74 Hotel would like to cancel IFR.
Such a short flight going through all this crap.
Understand cancel IFR. Please confirm.
Alright, confirm the cancellation.
IFR. Cessna 74 Hotel. Cessna 74 Hotel. IFR flight plan is canceled. Radar service terminated. Squawk 1200. Maintain VFR. Frequency change approved. 7378. Traffic is 9 o'clock.
1200.
4 miles at
Let's
2,300.
change our communication
Cessna
over here.
Skyhawk.
So I have to listen to them. And we'll actually go over to our nearest airport list. We need I-62. It took me forever to find I-17 when I was coming in. I'll pull back on the throttle a little bit because I know we're extremely good. It's going to be extremely close. I'm at 15 miles. Let's see if we can find I-62. I was actually surprised. Right there's I-62. But there was actually an approach in here. There's actually several approaches. I was kind of surprised about that. I-62 traffic. Runway for landing. Runway 27, full stop landing, and tell them where we are.
India 62, traffic, Cessna, November 727.
So runway 27 will come straight over here to the right.
North 3000, inbound to land, runway 27.
And right now we're going at 204. Sweet, so yeah, just 14 miles away. And like I said, the airport elevation is 1,037 feet. See how much we'll burn probably a lot more fuel on this flight than we do on a lot of them, our longer flights, just because we can't really lean it out much. Might be able to lean it out a little bit. Go to like the 90. Bring our power back a little bit. So don't suck too much fuel down there. Bring this back up. 12 miles to see if there's an approach for this. No procedures for this. I was surprised. Yeah, I-17 had a bunch of approaches. GPS approaches for both. I think they had RNAV approaches for both. And it's such a small little airport. I was kind of surprised by that. It's about to come up on the screen here. We'll be back home. Man, something was wrong when I started up Air Hauler 2. When I used it to start up FSX, it's been really crappy lately. How long it takes to start up Air Hauler 2, or FSX, I mean, through Air Hauler 2. The first time today, it took like, had it been over 10 minutes for it to start up FSX. And if I start up FSX by itself to do a flight, it takes less than a minute to get a plane loaded. And this was like over 10 minutes. And for a while, it's been taking a while. Longer than normal. I don't understand what exactly is going on. Sorry, I had to mute my mic for a second. Let's see if she's up on the screen just yet. I don't know if that's it or not. We'll probably head down a little bit. Let me say we go like 2,800 feet. I don't want it to be too high. That's what I'm afraid is going to happen. It's going to be a little too high since it's such a short flight. This is going to be going that direction, by the way. So what we need to do is actually come out to the left here. Have a longer approach. Although technically, I think we should probably go around if we want to do it more correctly. So we're not technically coming straight in. But the crappy thing is that makes it a longer flight. Go for it. Check it out before we land. Although we kind of need to come in at a 45 and then go ahead, so we should probably come out a little bit. Okay, 8 miles, we should be able to probably see it. As low as we are. This should be a concrete runway from the looks of it from the picture. I can hear some buildings right here. Maybe this is it coming in this way. So everything else to see some houses, but that's about the only thing that looks like it. Well, no, that runway is going this way, so it's got to be this one here. So ours is a little bit further out. Maybe over here? It's a little bit more off to the right than that. That looks correct in the GPS. Almost gotta think that's gotta be it. We probably didn't come up to the left quite enough because we want to kind of come in at a 45 into the traffic pattern. That's gotta be it. And that would have been a nice one coming in. Just come straight on in. Kind of glad these aren't grass landing strips, man. I don't know how well I would do on the A-to-A flying those, but I didn't do that great in the default Cessna. I don't know why, but I had for a while there had such a hard time landing that stupid plane. Peek up in the seat here. 5 miles, because I don't really see it, unless that's got to be it. I'm off to the right. That's Dayton off to our left. You can see that. Over in that area. Reset myself. Yeah, that's gotta be it. I wonder if it looks anything like it did in the picture with that long single straight taxiway over to the buildings. Kind of weird how FS Commander did that. It made it look like it really was. Could we not come into the, I don't know, the traffic pattern? I feel like it's kind of screwy the way I'm doing it. I can't even hardly see the runway. It looks like the runway's going that way. It might very well be. Let's head over towards this thing. Or could we have come in the traffic pattern from this side and gone around? I guess this way we get a little tour of it. See, you could almost come straight in the way we're doing it. But we won't. Could get down a little bit more. 2,500 for now. Yeah, I butchered the way we were supposed to come in. Should have come more diagonal. That's what I was trying to do. I butchered it. I'm sure that won't surprise anyone. You're like right over the daggone runway too. Good lord, I butchered that. Not the way you're supposed to come in. That's why I should have just come straight in. Could have done that. 272. Make sure we don't get too close though. Where's the upwind?
India 6-2, traffic, Cessna, November 7274, hotel is on upwind, runway 27.
I'll go to 272. I definitely didn't like the way we came in. I bungled that. 2,200. Yeah, it does have that big single run. It's kind of how do they even put that in like that? It actually takes some time to do that. I don't. It's kind of crazy when you think about all the airports they actually have in there, and some of them are actually really similar to real life. It boggles my mind. Right over there, hopefully. Kind of makes it look like it's a bigger airport than it actually is. Alright, I'm going to increase the power just a little bit. We should bring this back to full rich. I wonder how much fuel we have now. That's still at 3. Alright. Onto a 182. We'll call out that we're on our base leg.
India 62, traffic, Cessna, November 727.
Kind of wanting to drop her down to about 2,000 feet. We won't go out very far. It seems like we're higher up than we actually are. So hell, we're only at 20, coming up on 2,200 feet. That out of my way. Oh, we came down further than I actually thought we were. Daggone. 092. Can't tell what I got that at. There we go. Dip down to my seat. Maybe we can actually see this thing. There we are. Alright, going on the downwind leg.
India 62, traffic, Cessna, November 7274, hotel is on downwind, runway 27.
And you can't hear anyone else on the radio. Nobody is... It's kind of surprising, because when I started playing Air Hauler originally, I was coming into these small airports, and there were actually people around. I mean, you could hear quite a few of them. It was kind of sad. I don't know why I can't get people around here anymore. Drop down some more. Alright, I'm going to slow her down a little bit. We're 1,800 feet. So I'm going to go ahead and get the flaps out. Start to get the flaps out. Alright, should level back out. Alright, over to 002. Oops. Had it. Now, I don't know if you would call this crosswind leg or not, because we're not... I don't know. So I don't know enough about flying for some of that stuff. Alright, flaps are at 20. Alright, over to 272. See, if we were in an actual plane, we'd be able to tell when we turn. get better lined up. Kind of hard for me to do it. We're going to be too high, so I'm going to go ahead and turn off the autopilot because I know we need to get down. We've gone too far anyway. Go ahead and say that we're on final.
India 6-2, traffic, Cessna, November 7274.
Get this plane set up a little better.
Final, runway 27 to land.
Get down too low. Up and out the flaps. Full flaps, 30 degrees. See if I can manage to not bungle this up. It's been a while since we've landed on real small runways, it kind of seems like. Although I guess we have been on some. Hit so if I want to get my speed is right there at 60. We don't have to come in too low. I mean, we have tons of runway. Might as well use it. Well, it does feel like we're coming in really quick. Probably came in a little high there. Man, she seems like we're going so fast. What the hell? Oh, that was terrible. Oh, that's terrible. I don't know what it is, but man, it seemed like we were just booking it, and I slammed on the brakes. After talking about the fact that it said to lay off the brakes. Man, I don't know if it looked like that to anybody else, but it seemed like we were coming in so insanely fast. And we can't even park there. Come back around. Oh man, that was terrible. It just felt like we were coming in so fast. Let's make sure this place is up here. Yeah, there's the taxiway. It just seems so fast. Knock this down to 50. Man. Gotta do a better job than that. I mean, we bounced her bad. I'm surprised Air Hauler 2 said it was smooth. Like, I wasn't doing anything smooth about it. We bounced the hell out of her. Got to do better than that. See, it almost seems like that's a parking area right there. Like, the way it... Let's set up, I guess not. Look at it a little more. Just go on over here. Now that we're clear of the runway.
India 6-2, traffic,
Set my view and slow her down here.
7274 hotel is clear of the runway.
Alright, well, I guess we're gonna... We didn't damage the plane, which is the big thing. It's just, man... I want to do such a better job than that. There's nothing good about that. Like I say, just man, it seemed extremely quick. But we came in a little high as well. That didn't help anything. So we're kind of getting down a little quick as well. I think we can park up here on the right. We did our little flyby. Seems like there's a bunch of hangar space over there on the left or something. All those buildings, I noticed that when we did our little flyby. Alright. Park right over here on the right. Turn, girl, turn. You gotta get on the brakes. Upper turn. Like I said, I smashed the brakes as soon as we landed. Not even thinking about the fact that it said lay off the brakes. We just replaced them and everything. Alright, we'll stop right here. Parking brake coming on. Alright, let me turn off the pitot heat. I should have turned off. Why didn't I check that? Not taxing anymore. Get all this stuff off. Right, everything's off. The nav light, we can come off. Throttle back. Cut the fuel. You can come off. Did I turn the avionics? I didn't do that. Did a little out of sequence there. Alright, let's go over to FSX. Or FSX. Go over to Air Hauler 2 and get paid. Unload this thing. Thank God we didn't damage it, though. It was such a horrible landing. I'm kind of surprised, you know, when we were flying at default there for a while, we kept getting damaged on all kinds of landings. It wasn't quite as bad as that. Didn't seem like. Finish her up. Alright, took off at 2:51, landed at 3:10, just, what, 19 minutes. Takeoff fuel 47, touchdown with 30 pounds of fuel. Almost as much like, kind of like how we do on those long flights. Max altitude was 3,004 feet, max pitch negative 11.28, max roll 20.9, max speed 115.28, minimum G 0.82, minimum G's exceeded 0. Max G's 1.21, max G's exceeded 0, stall false, overspeed false. Landing description was smooth, gear down true, landing on asphalt, no damage to the surface or the plane. Came down 131, yes, quick, 0.96 feet a minute. That's very quick. Landing speed 47.9 knots, landing pitch negative 4.2, landing rope negative 0.6, landing heading 267, wind speed 5, coming from 217. There's her up there. Surprised it didn't. It couldn't have created another one. Oh my. Alright, to N63. I was about to say, no way, it just made another 19-mile flight over there. No, it didn't. Let's check out our company information. Also, check out the fleet. 4.6 hours until we do the B. $924 it'll cost us. It'll be easy for us. I don't know when that came up. Company cash, we're at $51,782. We've been higher. I haven't flown a lot. I can only fly on the weekends. Let's see. Cargo, we got $5,267 for that. Wait. Landing fee, $490 and $980. What the hell? I don't know why that came up both after that. I'm not really sure. Check out the info. We're up to 34, so we're 6 away. That's probably going to be like 18 flights, I'm guessing. Because we move up 0.3 each time we do that. So 6 times 3, it's got to be about 18. Maybe we'll get ourselves a new plane. Man, I can't wait for that. I know you all have a good response. Need a new plane. I know we need a new plane bad. Alright, so our let's see. Where's the cargo? So it went up from 39 to 40. We got our 0.3. By the way, I talked about that, I just saw that, the mission about the clothes and everything. I talked about, you know, I'll fly it up there, but you can't because the missions expire. I was checking that. I don't know why I didn't think about that earlier, but because I checked KCVG and there's no missions or anything to finish with that because, like I said, they do expire. It's got me like 2 places. What I'm probably going to do is come over here. I don't know which. All right. So KSGH, right over here. Should be very close. Oh, Springfield. Springfield, Beckley Municipal. Have we been there before? Did we stop there on pit stop one time maybe? On that long flight for the north. Alright, it's only $2,800, but like I say, I don't care about the money. We just need to get the flight done so we get credit for it and bring our rating up. So probably do that one. I kind of want to do this one just because it's short, and then, especially if it is up at KTVA. It goes up to 17G. And then I'll fly over here by myself, and then we'll do that job. And then we can come up here and do, is I-20? Yeah, I-23, so we'll do that one as well. On the future flights. But yeah, the next one I'll fly up here, or over here at KSGH. I'll fly there myself, and then the next episode we'll go up to KAXV. But yeah, that's going to be it for this episode, everybody. I hope you all enjoyed it. I'll catch you guys on the next flight.